Hello, everybody, and we're back with Legends of Wildemount, episode 5, I believe. Yes. Announcements before we begin. Um, yeah, my webcam's a little off center. Okay. Um, we have podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Mix Monstrosities. Look it up. We're getting a lot of downloads for some reason lately, which is awesome. So keep doing it, I guess. Um, yeah, check it out. Beneath the Tide, Legends of Wildemount, this campaign, which is Legends of Wildemount, and more Demystifying DM is up there. So if you have the chance to look it up, just go to Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and look up Mimics and Monstrosities. We're also still raising money for the Bail Project in support of Black Lives Matter, and we're doing that until July 10th, which is next Friday. Holy, it's already July. Next Friday, we'll be raising money for the Bail Project, and then going forward indefinitely for every month, indefinitely, we'll be raising money for trans-related charities and BIPOC-focused charities. So, to do some good and hopefully raise some money for some really good charities and people that are doing really good things for communities and whatnot. We also, if you're watching, you may notice we got character art chilling in little portraits, and maybe on D&D Beyond. I don't know if they're using the art on D&D Beyond yet, but we got little portraits right now on the stream. They are done by. Oh God, I forgot to write this down. Shit. Nito Man on our Discord and through Discord and stuff. I will get actual information if they're okay with it and post that on the episode stuff and kind of pimp that out. Thank you. You're in chat. That makes everything easier. Mighty Works character portraits. So check it out. Does really good stuff. All the little people in the portraits are really cool. Really good at communicating with people and what they want. Really good at, getting things done. So, Steve, if you're interested in art from, just reach out. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. And I'm very excited to get going with the session. So, last we left off, you all read a letter, essentially. And instead of reading, it wasn't actually reading a letter, it was listening to a letter. So, yeah, listening to a letter. That mentioned something about a master returning and a worm that walks. And as soon as this letter kind of psychically, telepathically broadcasted its message, it was reduced to ashes and disintegrated. No one really knowing who the worm that walks is, the party kind of decided to go check out that warehouse that kept getting mentioned in the warehouse district. So, the party rested up in the inn and headed to the warehouse district, following Enoch, who decided to go off on his own. After some good stealth checks and then not so good stealth checks, where cats were kind of startled, the party grouped up at the warehouse district, and upon opening said warehouse, found a cauldron of wriggling worms and alchemical salves and supplies. Kind of investigating all of this, the party were set upon by a pair of cultists, a human in robes, and what appeared to be a mass of worms in robes. And after a strange fight in which this human was dealt with relatively easy, the worm individual, however, was not. And the worm individual tried infecting the party with its worms that it was launching. Unfortunately, Lindak was knocked unconscious by this creature, and the party destroyed said creature, and in the process stabilized Lindak, and we are picking immediately up after Lindak has been stabilized, and the rest of you are kind of just gathered around Lindak's unconscious body.
What the heck was that?
I don't know.
Whatever it was very unpleasant. I sort of looked down and some worm juice on the ground.
Well,
Is everybody alright? Did any of you get
I'm.
hit by them?
I did, but I managed to remove it. But I'm fine now.
Yeah, I saw the gross shit that came out of your arm.
Yeah, it was unpleasant. I think he's all right for now. I'm gonna go. The other cultist, the human one, he's dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's gonna go to his body.
Okay.
And with the point of his morning star, he's gonna try to like move the robe around, make sure there's nothing in there, wriggling and writhing.
Nothing wriggling or writhing, but give me an investigation check.
Hey, buddy, you want some help? What's going on?
Yeah, that would be
With
amazing
advantage.
for some help.
Yeah, then with advantage.
Okay, so the first roll was an 18. The second roll, 11.
11. And
So 18.
Yep.
18 was the highest, yeah.
A dagger, for sure. This
Okay.
dagger is coated in some sort of liquid. It's like a purplish liquid. And another one of those black envelopes with the seal unbroken. The worm wrapped around the meteor.
Seal's unbroken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, neat. Here, I'll just leave this here. And he leaves the satchel.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Do you think we should hang on to these or turn them in? I'm kind of a little worried. I don't know what these things are. Like, if he was leaving, why would he still have the vial for Dieter, the Starosta?
Maybe he was going to. Oh, that's a good point.
Which makes me wonder if what has already been changed has happened. Is this worm Dieter, and that the Dieter that's there is someone else?
Concerning thought.
I don't know. I have no clue what's going on. This is completely strange. I've never heard of any of this.
Neither have I.
I don't get it. He's going to kind of push the satchel next to the undead cultist a bit.
Okay.
So that it's like positioned by his body. If we do, we make this seem as though they were carrying it. If we do want to turn it in.
Yeah, but if we don't, I mean, and if the Starosta is indeed a collaborator, then this is even bigger. But we don't know.
No.
Do we care? I mean, I kind of do. I'd like to set up a shop around here and get some money, but...
Oh. And he's going to pull out the envelope from his Bertrand. He's going to hand it to Vinlock. Can you read this for me?
Yeah, you got it.
Just really quick,
Do
just
we?
if it's important, just really fast. I want to know if he's all right, if something's happened. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure, all right. And he'll open it up and read it real quick.
The envelope you guys just got handed?
No.
No.
The one from Bertrand, the old guy gave me whenever I was leaving the inn.
Oh, the old guy who gave you the letter from Bertrand?
From Bertrand, yes.
Yeah. Okay. It says, "Come to the farm real quick. Something miraculous has happened." Bertrand.
Come to the farm real quick. Something miraculous has happened. We should probably put that on pause.
Well, that would eliminate the real quick part.
Yeah.
We do still have a unconscious person here. I don't
Yeah.
even know if we could get there in time at this point.
I'll say for the sake of sanity,
Uh-huh.
Lindak, you awake with 1 hit point. Because you have been stabilized.
Speak of the devil.
Hey,
Oh,
did we
Hey.
win?
Quick, check yourself.
Yes.
Do you
We're
have
all
any?
here, aren't we?
Do you have any holes or wounds in you? Holes, I mean, like them little worms.
Oh, I don't. No, I don't think so. Don't feel anything. Feel pretty rotten, but I don't feel holy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can't look around real quick before we do anything else. Kind of want to check out the rest of this place, make sure there isn't anything else that's lurking around,
all right.
and gravel. and and sneak around a bit and prowl the area, the rest of the building.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Okay. All right. Ooh, 19.
19. Not much of interest, but a lot of just potions that look similar to the ones that were in the carriage, kind of hidden away in the like the potion making area. You can kind of recognize a lot of these potions look very similar to the ones that are in the satchel, and there's about 15 of these extra potions over here.
Did they have names?
These ones do not.
Okay, I'm going to grab one,
Okay.
open it up.
Same thing. The liquid disappears and there's a worm wriggling up trying to get towards you.
Yeah, okay, put it back on.
And then the liquid. Then the liquid.
Doing a quick test
yep,
there.
The worm disappears and the liquid returns. Oh wait, I believe I described it. There's a worm floating in each of the liquids. It doesn't
And then as
magically
he
appear.
yeah,
Yeah.
as he stops it, yeah.
Yep. So
Fades
yeah,
away, yeah.
worms floating in all of these too. They look inanimate until the cork is popped off, and then.
Oh, okay. I think I'll just leave this here. And you said that it was kind of sort of hidden. He's just gonna leave like the door open so that they find it whenever they get in there.
All right.
Who was the?
And I'm gonna grab one of the vials.
Question, just based
Yeah.
on your character stuff.
Yeah.
Is Gravel wearing gloves right now?
He kind of would be. He's not in my portrait or any of that other stuff. Like I didn't mention him wearing gloves, but wearing gloves would make him disguising a lot easier because otherwise he'd have these gray hands.
Okay. Just
So he would be
checking.
wearing gloves.
Okay.
What was the cleric? What was her name? Red hair, the one that healed. Tao. Maybe we can get her involved. Right?
Perhaps.
I think that would be a godly individual. Helming this would probably be better over someone more mundane, like the guard. I don't know. I don't.
Perhaps. I'm still a little concerned about letting people about getting involved. To be completely honest, I don't know who would be the best person to contact about this, or if it's something we want to do at all.
Do we have to say it's that we saw it? Could we do it without mentioning ourselves? Maybe send a letter.
Perhaps. Oh, that's an idea.
Drop it off at
Anonymous?
get one of the a child or something to drop it off at the temple. Make sure that this place is resealed.
That's certainly something to consider. It would be a good compromise.
If we don't feel safe mentioning it ourselves, I think that should be.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just I'm concerned about becoming involved with any kind of authority, given my position in this country.
Then we do it. Then we do it anonymously. Or without them knowing us.
Is it just the two of us talking right now, or?
Yeah, Vinlock's gone. He's in a different
Okay,
part of the building,
Vinlock.
looking at all this other stuff.
Lendak, what do you think?
Sure. I don't know. I just don't feel very good right now.
I wish I could spare some healing. I'm out of that at the moment.
Yeah. No problem. I can walk to wherever we gotta go.
Okay. Well, let's get. I don't know what to do.
Shall we wait for Vinlock and then continue this discussion?
Yeah, he seems like he would know. Yeah. So we're gonna wait for Vinlock, yeah?
Okay.
Well, I found more of them. More of those vials. Both of the zombie ones and whatever those other ones were that guy turned into undead or something. Similar ones to what the ones we have with the name tags. So I'm thinking I might keep this. And he picks up the messenger bag.
Right.
Wouldn't be any healing potions in there, would there?
Did he see any healing potions?
Not in the satchel.
No,
And
not in the satchel.
Not in the workplace either. Nope.
Yeah, I didn't see any different looking potions
Nope.
than what I had before. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry.
That's okay.
Wow. So did you guys figure out what you wanted to do?
Well, we had discussed the possibility of leaving an anonymous tip to the authorities, so as not to get involved ourselves. Is that something?
Well, I mean, they did hire us to do a certain job, and we did it, but we found out there was more, so this would be kind of us finishing the job.
You would remember they did hire you to check out the warehouse.
Oh.
That is true, didn't they? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, then. Okay.
Valid point. I forgot about that. He's gonna hand the dagger to Tal. It looks like there's poison on this. Maybe you shouldn't take this. Never mind. It would look even more suspicious if you had a poison dagger.
Very true.
Gosh. He
That was on
feel,
the.
Yeah, he doesn't feel. He's gonna put the dagger on the table.
Okay.
Not feeling comfortable carrying that around and potentially pricking himself.
We could leave a note, and from your friendly neighborhood adventurers.
Yeah,
And,
well, what do we want to do about those?
and maybe find a guard and send him this way. Well, yeah.
The cauldron is still very much sloshing with worms.
Yeah.
Do
Do we
the
need to
call,
keep them for proof, or because what we just saw was
I think if we
crazy.
need to go now. If we're going to do anything, we need to go lock this place up, go directly to whomever.
Well, if you guys want to rest, I can get over there and back pretty quick.
Do you want me to join you?
No, you guys should stay together. Lindak's not looking too hot.
All right. What about this letter? And he picks up the other envelope.
Hmm.
Do you want to use this as proof?
Maybe we accidentally open it when they're around so that everybody gets the information, including us.
Okay.
Like when handing it over, maybe accidentally break that seal.
I'm not particularly good at being sly.
I mean, I can do it if any y'all are.
I don't think it would be wise for me to do it, frankly.
Alright.
Should I put it back on the body? And they could just find it, or one of us can find it.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, he's gonna go tuck it into like the arm sleeve of the. I
just imagine you cutting it
just
under
under
his
his
arm,
armpit.
just
It's like
like
halfway sticking out already, like just the corner.
And just a reminder, the other set of robes that were for the worm individual, all those worms kind of collapsed as they were no longer being held together, and it's just a pile of dead worms inside a robe, and the robe is kind of
Okay, so they are dead.
No, the worms are dead.
Smashing the shit out
The
of
worms
them
are
at the
dead,
end.
but
Yeah.
they're just like a pile of worms with a
Worm
robe that
mush.
has no mass.
Gross.
Yeah, when Gravel finished him off last session, I like.
Oh yeah,
Whatever
yeah,
they're-
yeah.
He
Stop.
danced on him. Yeah.
Worms stomping. Yeah.
All right, well, are you guys gonna be all right? I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Hopefully, I'll bring some guards with me.
I think we're all right at the moment.
All right. All right. On his bike.
Oh, his bike. Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right. As soon as you get to the door of this warehouse, you can hear voices approaching from the street.
Oh, well then he's gonna be stealthy and kind of look out and see
All right.
who it is.
Stealth check.
All right.
The warehouse doors were never
Ni-
closed; they're still open.
Yeah, 19.
19. Okay. As you kind of like pedal over,
Well, if I
you would have heard
If
them
I
when you
s-
got to the door.
yeah, then I wouldn't have pedaled
Okay.
over at all.
So you see torches because it's nighttime at this point. There's torches, and about 30 feet away, it looks like there are 4 guards just doing nightly patrols of the warehouse district, and they're coming this way. Yeah, we got a sound complaint over this way. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, fellas, over here.
Oh, Jesus!
Hi, Vinlock Veldspar. You had us hired us to look at this place.
Oh yeah. Come on. And you see,
Yeah, we
they're-
ran into some trouble.
Okay. So they walk over and you see behind them one of the guards looks like really just like nervous. Like it's like his first kind of day on the job. And they approach the warehouse and go, "What's up?" Whoa, fuck. In their torchlight they can kind of see like a corpse, a pile of squished worms, and a weird cauldron that's making writhing sounds, and they're like,
Yeah, this is some messed up stuff. I think that, yeah, you guys should be careful. That cauldron is full of crazy weird worms that if they get in ya, it's probably gonna be bad. I don't know.
yeah.
And as he says that, he's gonna look at all of them and
Okay.
see if any of them have any, like, sign of, like, acknowledge, like, almost like they already knew about what was going on here.
Insight check.
Okay.
Come on, Inquisitor Rogue.
I've been doing terrible.
Oh, no.
9.
They look like they don't have a clue what's going on.
That's my one of my highest level skills.
Uh,
Rolling
yeah.
garbage.
They don't look like they have any knowledge. And they're like, oh, all right,
fine.
yeah, we're gonna cordon this area off. We'll bring in some of the mages, to kind of look over anything in here.
Yeah, we found some really weird stuff. Some stuff similar to what we found in the potion seller's cart wagon.
All right, so this is definitely the place. Oh, and he kind of like looks down at his boot because he steps in something squishy, and he's like, oh, fuck, and he's like scraping it off on the floor, scraping like a cluster of worms off.
Uh-oh. Vinlock's gonna look around the staircase, like the little stairway up to the warehouse,
Yeah,
or if there is,
There's
or
a
if there's
couple
like
worms
stuff
that
under.
had inched over there during the battle that no one caught. That I was rolling
Look out!
secretly for.
Guys,
Yeah, he
look
just
out,
killed
right there.
them. He killed on them, stepped on them, not even knowing they were there. Just he's like, what
Okay.
the fuck? And he's scraping his boot off on the step.
you're-
Enoch is going to
Oh,
open the
watch out
hood
for
of the
those.
lantern. Yeah, he's going to open the hood of his lantern to get him a little light within the interior. of the guy.
Appreciate it. And he's like, okay, 1 second. And the guard kind of pulls like out this thing out of his pocket and kind of moves it around in his hands. And it shines a little bit. Puts it back in his pocket. And he's like, all right, the other guard should be coming momentarily.
All right. Well.
So we can handle it from here. We're just going to cordon off this area, bring in some mages to kind of investigate anything in here that may be hidden with magic or something.
Right.
Enoch is going to lean down and grab, what's that? And he's going to attempt to grab the letter and break the seal. Like all at once.
Are you trying to do this like you didn't know it was there? Deception or performance?
Oh no.
They're about the same.
Oh, what's that? Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's a natural 1, so a 3.
natural 20 for just like whatever. They're like,
Yeah.
huh? And they see you like lean down and pull out a letter and totally just break the seal. And as you break the seal, it says, use the poison. Assassinate high-value targets. And the guards all just kind of look over at Enoch. It's like, what was that?
We had found. I guess there was a letter on that person. And
Yeah, there was a piece of paper under his armpit.
And you just watch Enoch as that letter just burns and disintegrates like the last one did.
we did find a poison dagger on him too.
Yeah, he's going to point at the table.
All right. The guards are like, well, we'll wait for like everyone to get here and we can kind of investigate this more. And the guards are kind of like scoping the place out. None of them are getting close to that cauldron because they can hear the writhing. And they're like, yeah, no, we're just gonna stay away. And you get mentioned not to go near it.
These guards
Stay
are
away
like,
from that.
They don't pay me enough for that shit.
So for the sake of that, everyone will get the benefits of a short rest.
All right.
Well, the guards are kind of making you stay here, just in case.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to stay here, so.
And at the end of the hour, you see that same kind of cleric woman walk in. She never gave her name, by the way. She
Right.
walks in, and she's looking around. More guards are with her. You see, she's coming with more guards, and she looks around and she goes, "Well, this place definitely reeks of undead and unholiness." And she looks around at everybody, and she's like, "Oh, you all look not so great. Mainly you." And she points at Lindeck, and she's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Yeah, and Gravel's hearing her say that. Gravel's gonna pull out his little like mirror thing and check his makeup and make
looks
sure
fine.
like
It
all
looks
of the
fine.
sweat from the combat is fine. He's just like,
Yeah, she's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds on everybody, on the 4 of you, and you all get... She's going to cast this at 7th level.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fool then.
You all get 23 points of healing.
Nice.
Yeah. She walks in, holds up a holy symbol of anyone. Fuck. Yeah, I don't think any of you would actually
Pelor?
recognize this. No, I don't think any of you would recognize this holy symbol based on where you've come from. And she raises it up. A mass wave of healing comes in. You all feel invigorated as you all get 23 points of healing. And she goes, well, this place is marked by undeath. And she kind of walks over to the pile of squished worms in the robes, and she kneels down. She kind of just like looks at it, tries to figure out what it is. She can't figure out what it is. You can tell she's puzzled by it. Stands up and looks at the four of you. Any additional information you can share with me?
That thing was a person who could talk. He's gonna point to the robe with the worms on it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, and we also found out that this guy, and he's gonna point to the dead mage. When he was checking this place out, he thought that the noises that we made were the potion seller. We found out his name.
Oh.
He called out to Luther Hargreaves.
Luther Hargreaves.
And
She kinda
he
tilts her head a
mentioned
little
something. He mentioned something about holding his family hostage, but we didn't find him here.
She looks back at the guards and kind of says, go to the Hargreave residence now. And the guards nod, and I suppose four of them. The four of them that were here before go eagerly leave to get away from this worm shit. And the new recruit's like, yeah, totally, let's go. Fuck. And they just all leave. And she walks over to the cultist who's dead on the floor, puts a hand on his forehead, and you all watch as the corpse's eyes open and the mouth kind of opens and goes slack, and a voice starts emanating like a breath of life comes out of it. And she says, who do you serve? The worm that walks. She's like, interesting.
I imagine we all share a knowing look, like,
What is your purpose here? Destabilize Empire. Okay. She kind of tilts her head. You can tell she's making mental notes of every single little thing. She's like, okay. Third question she asks is, are these four in league with you? No.
hey, next question you might want to ask is who the...
She holds finger up at you. What was your suggestion?
Sorry. We opened up a letter that said to kill high-value targets with the poison that was on this dagger, but we don't know who those targets would be.
Who are the assassination targets? None of your business. Because they do not have to be truthful.
Yeah.
That was rude.
She's like, fine. And she goes from touching the forehead to making a clenched fist. And the head just pops like a berry. Just... And you can tell it's another spell she's using, but she's just touching the head and kind of clenching her hand on it, and the head just...
She's using all of her spell slots before going to bed.
No, that was a cantrip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Yeah, she just... Oh no, that was not a cantrip, that was Toll the Dead. But whatever, it's a corpse.
That's a cantrip.
That is a cantrip. Yep.
That's the cantrip.
I meant inflict wounds.
Oh.
Yeah, not a
That one
cantrip.
too.
Love you, Justin.
She stands up. The worm who walks. The worm that walks. Any of you heard that name before?
Failure.
She starts to narrow her eyes. Because you all have heard that name before.
Yeah.
If you're trying to lie, I need everyone to roll deception checks. Just say, nope, never heard of it.
Yeah, Vinlock is, he doesn't, he kind of just goes like he's thinking.
I rolled a 15.
She rolled a natural 20 on insight.
Plus 7.
She's like,
18.
tell me what you know. All of you.
The other.
I can cast a zone of truth if I have to.
No,
Actually,
no.
Necessary.
We, upon me removing the sales individual Luther from the equation, came upon a letter that he had, and I opened it amongst the group, and we heard a voice that described this worm that walks and instructed Luthor to essentially,
Destabilize.
yes, the
She holds a finger up to you, Enoch. And she walks over to you.
Mm.
And she's looking at you intently, like into your eyes. And it kind of just, there's a silence. She's being quiet. Just staring into your eyes.
stare back.
The Shaded Vow Inn is where you heard the voice the first time.
Yes.
Vinlock's just gonna say, Thraxus. To see if she reacts in any way.
She nods. I believe the letter said, we need you to craft your concoctions to herald our master's return. We have your family. Destabilize the Empire, do this, and we will return them safe and uninfested.
Yeah, that sounds like everything.
Wisdom saving throw, Enoch.
Uh-oh.
And no one knows what she's doing. She's just looking into his eyes.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
15. Okay. What is Enoch's emotional state right now?
Worried?
Worried. Okay. She kind of looks at you and says, no need to be worried.
I'm not worried about
if you have
here.
nothing to hide.
That has not concerned with this. I have received a letter from a friend who I've been staying with, and he asked me to come quick, but this seemed more important, and I'm worried with all that has transpired.
Does this worm that walks sound familiar to you?
No. Does it? I don't think it does. No.
And she's just looking more intently at you. What would you say is in Enoch's mind right now? Is top, like deep, because you failed the saving throw, so it's like a deep
About the
thought.
worm that walks?
Yeah, she's asking you questions
he's
and trying to figure out what your brain is thinking.
Okay, as she mentions the worm that walks, he's kind of low-key envisioning what a worm that walks would look like and trying to picture that, and then the symbol of the meteor and the worm around it. I guess that would kind of flash through his mind immediately.
Are the four of you in league with this? And she points to the cultist on the ground. Individual.
No.
No. That's kind of why we killed him.
She holds a
and
finger up to
alerted
the rest
guards.
of you.
Silent spell.
No, she's just holding a finger.
Yeah.
And she
If you're
nods,
gleaning
and
from thoughts, yeah, it's
she
no.
stops looking at you. And you can tell that she was probing your mind after she ends concentration on it. She was digging around in your brain real deep, and she got shit. She found shit. But nothing, you get the sense it was nothing personal or anything. It was just stuff based on the current investigation.
Okay. Okay. His glaring unintensifies a little bit.
And she says, well, as you know, the captain of the guard... Fuck it. Yeah, I think the captain of the guard died. Yes, he did. As you know...
She resurrected him, though.
Yep.
That's right. But, as you know, the captain of the guard was dispatched. And in that manner, he left his position. Which, I mean, let's be honest, probably a good thing. He wasn't exactly good at his job. I have taken over the mantle of head of the Crown's Guard here in Diastock. And as was promised, she pulls up, she's like, we can handle they can handle the rest of this investigation. If you would follow me back to the, guard quarters, please. And she just turns and starts walking out of the building.
Doesn't seem like we have a choice, does
It's
it?
about your payment.
Yeah.
Fate's gonna follow.
Let's get paid. Do we really want to leave all them worms there?
They have individuals here. It's not
Yeah.
our responsibility anymore.
You're right. You're right. Let's go.
And
It's gonna follow.
Alright. Yeah, she's keeping a brisk pace. Not running or sprinting, she's just walking at a brisk pace. And she's not stopping for anything. She's just walking, not even looking around. She's just focused on her destination, and eventually you arrive back at the guard barracks, and she holds the door open for all of you to go inside. And after you all go inside, she heads into the old guard captain's office, which has been already started to be redecorated and whatnot.
Prestidiged.
Yes, and decorated. There's like portraits and stuff now. It's not just an empty room, essentially.
Was this where we were interrogated, this room?
Yep.
Okay.
And you see, she sits down behind the desk and gestures to 4 chairs that are kind of set up in front of the desk. One of the chairs has books stacked on it. So, yeah. Sit down, please.
Yeah.
He's gonna take his seat.
Then I'll clamber up.
Sit, looking around a little uncomfortably.
It just stands at parade rest.
So, introductions are in order. I know all of your names, but my name is Annalise Deloire. And she pulls the hood down. You can see, yeah, red-headed human female. She pulls out this kind of scroll and sets it on the table and kind of unfurls it and says, from what I have heard, the guards wanted you to sign this document, just sort of detailing that the job you were asked to do was finished, the money was paid out to you, and you no longer have any obligation to work with us in this manner of this investigation. So, the payment is not on here. Was any payment discussed? Any sort of fee? And
Yes.
I will know if you're lying about said fee, so...
Yes, there was a reward, so to speak.
And what was the reward?
So out of character, I don't remember there being an amount.
I don't either.
Okay.
Um,
Because there wasn't.
There.
Yeah.
Well, generally for the job you were tasked to do, we wouldn't charge so a lot, you know, just investigating a building. But based on everything that's been transpiring in the city as of late and all of your sort of, I don't know if I'd call it unwilling participation, being thrust into these events. She kind of stops thinking for a moment. My guards are updating me every so often about what they're finding. How does the price of 100 gold each sound? Because to be fair, if you think about it, 1 gold is quite expensive to spend a night somewhere. And 100 gold is a good fee for people of your inexperience.
when she says that, Vinlock's gonna take the satchel off,
She looks at you.
slowly reach in and pull out the one that says Dieter McGinnis and puts it in front of her.
And why are you sharing this now? And she seems to get stern very quickly.
Because you've shown yourself to be trustful. I
Hiding
didn't
this
know.
would sort of... You see she goes off silent for a couple seconds and her eyes kind of roll back into her head, and they roll back. Still looking at you. Continue.
Wasn't sure whether we could trust the other guards or what was going on there, so played this one a little close. And he kind of wanted to see, like, gauge what she was doing with her expression there when she, like...
You're not trained
Got
in
that
magic.
information.
You have no idea.
No, I meant, like, her facial expression, like what she was
Straight,
reacting
unchanged.
to. Alright, cool. That's fine. Yeah. And he'll see what she does about that one.
Do you have any more? And
Yeah.
then she gazes right into your eyes too, and she's about to start doing the same thing she did to Enoch.
Yeah, and he says yeah.
Show me.
And he'll pull out another one. And this one will be the one that's Princess Saria. Doop.
Stern. Concerned. Any more?
He'll pull out Prince Idias. Kaplook.
And I assume there's one in there for Bertrand then.
Kaplook. Nailed it.
She looks at these vials intently. Picks, and then she like kind of puts her hand on all of them, and you see a kind of like a light glow from under her hand, and the liquid fades, and the worms that are in the vial are now lying dead and burning in the vials.
So what's up with that?
Did you uncover any more information about the plot against the king? I killed the worms so they're safe to be experimented on by our mages. And she kind of pauses for a second, and you see her eyes roll back again. And they roll back to face you all. And I have just instructed the guards to do what they can to destroy the ones in the cauldron. And you have no other information about this assassination, anything about these plans, these plots.
Well, next step was gonna talk to Luther's family.
We'll handle that.
What kind of look did she say when she was spotted that way? That sounded pretty curt.
Exactly. Kurt and Stern, we'll handle it.
Okay.
As of now, your part in this investigation is over. This is Empire business. And judging from the looks of you all, and what you're wearing, none of you are exactly employed by the Empire's government, so this case is now out of your jurisdiction. As such, I need you to sign this document with your names, your true names. She smiles a little bit, and if you have an organization that you're a part of, the organization as well will see some of the reward. And most likely I will be telling the king about this plot, so he was aware, and I assume having the king's favor as well is a good reward.
Yeah, pardon my curiosity. Why do you think these ones had names on them?
It's pretty simple. They probably wanted to get rid of the king. And from what I learned from the corpse, they wanted to destabilize the empire. Best way to do that is to kill the king.
But why have individual names on them?
Seems strange.
Again,
It's almost like advertising.
who knows? The empire will look into it.
Empire business.
Exactly.
Well, alright, so I guess we're done.
You are.
Where do we sign?
And she points to where there are 4 lines where it says sign here.
Yeah.
V, F, C, and C.
Alright.
It's gonna be Enoch in giant.
Okay.
In Dak or Dar.
Is there anything about this paper that looks like it has magic or anything?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Ooh, good question. I'm not proficient.
Nope.
No.
No luck.
Okay, then I'm going to sign with the name I gave them, which is Tilindra Zinran.
Alright, and just so you know, these names will be looked into, and if they are not found to be legitimate, the payment will be revoked.
Yeah, we already signed before, I mean...
She smiles. I know, but I'm better at this job than he was. I'm more thorough. Now, any organizations that I need to write down on this parchment as well? Organizations I need to reach out to and contact that helped you in this matter?
Enoch, he's still leaving.
Depends. No. Possibly.
Dak smiles at him. You're staying, aren't you?
I'd appreciate it if you had your private conversation off my time.
I don't have an organization that I'm involved in, so...
Yeah, we don't really have any organizations.
Wait, you have a business, Vinlock?
I have a business.
That's an organization.
That's just locksmithy.
Sole proprietorship, I'm assuming.
This will do then. She ties up the scroll, kind of slips it into her robes, opens a drawer on her desk, and plops 4 coin purses down on the desk.
Take it.
100 gold in each. You're free to go. You no longer have to remain in the city. I believe you're innocent and played no part in this.
Yeah, Vinlock is already out the door.
Nod. Thank you.
Lindex right behind.
And as you're all leaving, she'll be like, and I'll be keeping an eye on your exploits from here on out.
Nothing less.
Be safe, and best of luck.
You as well.
I'll let the king know of your deed to the Empire. And she kind of just snaps her hand, and the door just closes by itself, and you guys are ushered out by the guards. Back out onto the streets of Diastock.
Okay, I need to go find Bertrand really fast. Is that...
Would you like us to join you?
That's up to you.
I have no plans.
Do you have your horse?
I have 2 horses.
Well, could you
I'm
bring the one that you want to?
I've actually kind of changed my mind about that.
Oh.
I'll explain it when I explain to it.
Okay.
Are you walking and talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're walking
He
and
still has
talking,
his little...
yep, a guard bumps into you guys as if they're running in the direction that you're headed. He's like, "So out of my way, there's a fire!" And just...
You're running.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
What?
Vinlock's gonna take off
Hauling
on
ass.
on his bike.
Okay, you're just... Alright. You're following after the guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the eastern gates. The gates are open, and there are numerous guards kind of surrounding one of these farmhouses that is up in smoke and up in flames. And you see 2 mages trying to cast and control the flames with water. Enoch, it is Bertrand's house.
Mm-hmm. He's... Oh, yeah. He's running to it.
Okay. Well, the guards kind of get in your way and try to stop you from running into a clear inferno.
Yeah, there's not stopping. There's no stopping Enoch at this point.
All right, contested strength check to see if you can get through the guards trying to grapple you.
Lindeck would have stopped.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, natural 1. You just barrel through these 2 guards and knock them both on their butts. And the guards go, "Restrain him!" And they go run to get Enoch because they don't want to arrest you. They just don't want you to get killed.
Yeah, it's essentially like those firefighters that are holding the person back from going in the fire. Yeah.
And you get to the front door, and the mages, they're just casting water spells onto the fire, but the water doesn't seem to be affecting the flames at all.
Can he kick the door down?
Yeah, as you kick the door down, though...
Backdraft!
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
As fire just out the door. The guards kind of stop as they see that inferno come out. Just...
Can I use my DM inspiration
You
for
can.
this? Okay, that's much better. 12.
12.
That's great, but -1.
12 was the DC, so you take half
Oh,
damage.
shit. Okay.
You take 5 points of fire damage. Just...
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, your skin's burned from that, obviously. It's not like a 3rd degree burn, it's like a hot pink kind of burn, like one of those just light skin burns, the one that hurt like a bitch. And you kick the door open, and you see kind of slumped on the floor, Bertrand.
Okay, he's gonna run in
Okay.
and avoid as much fire as
Okay.
he possibly
so
can.
give me another dexterity saving throw then.
Fudge.
And you can hear some the floorboards above,
It's a
from the
10.
ceiling, kind of start to cracking and stuff, and you can tell the ceiling's probably gonna cave in at any moment.
It's a 10.
6 points of fire damage. Just
I'm gonna use my Stone's Endurance to reduce that.
okay, so 3 fire damage.
Well, no, I can roll a
Oh.
d12.
Okay, yeah. So it was 6 fire damage.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 2. I maxed out,
Alright,
so
so-
I don't take any.
Yeah, it licks you, but you're already burned enough so it is, so you don't really feel it. And yeah, you see Bertrand on the ground, face down.
He's gonna grab him.
Right,
He's
you
gonna
pick him
scoop
up.
him up.
And back through out of the house.
Yeah, he's running back the other direction.
You guys see Enoch coming out of the doorway. You can tell he's been burned, and he's got Bertrand slung over his shoulders.
He's gonna get far enough away, and he's gonna set Bertrand down so that his back is to the ground, of course. and his
Okay.
his large hand is cradling Bertrand's head,
Okay.
and he's gonna look him over,
His eyes are closed. His mouth is kind of open.
checking the pulse, doing any of that. Can I do a medicine check to see if he's
Medicine
still
check.
okay? That's what he's good at. That's a natural, not a natural 20. It's a dirty 20. 16 plus 4.
Dirty 20. He's breathing, but you can barely hear it, and it's almost there's a rattling to it. Like a.
Lindak's gonna rush over. Lindak pulls out his healer's kit and stabilizes Bertrand.
Medicine check.
Can I assist him?
Sure. Advantage.
17, 14, 17.
Okay. His eyes just close. They're still closed. The breathing is still kind of light and haggard.
Thank you.
He's stabilized. He should be okay. It might take him a while. Should
Is
I
it
roll
just
to
the-
see how many hours or what? It stabilizes him using
Okay.
a healing kit.
Is it just the house, or is the barn also?
Just
Cop-
the house. And as you're both kind of doing these kind of investigation check.
All of us?
Actually, no. Enoch, with that medicine check you got, there's a fresh cut on his neck. Looks from like a knife of some kind. And there's kind of like some black necrosis kind of stretching out from it.
Okay. All right. Doesn't have anything at the moment that he could do. He's kind of looking it over and pissed that he can't do anything.
Lindak is going to cast Lesser Restoration on
Okay.
that help.
The necrosis in the neck wound recedes and goes away.
I'm indebted to you, Lindak. Does it seem like his breathing's getting any
It's getting better.
better?
Mhm.
Okay. I don't.
I just wish I could heal him.
So yeah, it looks like someone nicked him with a knife, and
Yeah.
the fire was
Inak's
for
gonna
something else.
Inak's gonna look around. Is there any if there's a crowd or anything like that? Is there anybody that seems not focused on the fire
It's
and more
mostly
focused
just, so you
on?
mostly just looking at the guard before making you do a check. You see lots
Okay.
of guards and other farmers kind of like trying to like look over the guards. Some residents of Diastock have kind of like shown up to kind of like just look on as people do. Investigation check or perception.
Perceptions. 12 plus 4. 16.
16. You don't see anybody. They're all guards and townsfolk kind of just focused on the fire and the scene kind of playing out here with you and Lindak and Bertrand.
He's gonna sit back, so he's kneeling, so he's gonna sit back on his legs. He's just gonna cross his arms. He's just gonna watch Bertrand at this point. He doesn't know what to do.
All right. And Bertrand kind of his eyes open. And he sits up. And he's like, oh. He looks around. He sees this house just up in flames. He just nods.
Are you what? Who did this? What happened?
I don't know. I didn't see them.
Them? There was more than one?
I don't know.
Did they break in? Did they sneak in?
I don't know. I went to get some tea and I felt this hot searing pain on my neck, and before I knew it, I blacked out, and now I'm here.
Did you send me a letter?
No?
Oh my god. Okay.
I've been busy all day.
Okay.
Why would I send you a
Someone-
letter? My house isn't that far away from the town.
I know. I wasn't thinking. I just assumed you didn't want to bother me. I don't know. I received a letter from you, but not you, saying that you discovered something miraculous, but it just
Nope.
all seems so.
Just, he kind of grimaces in pain. Just just daily work. Nothing miraculous here.
Okay.
What's up?
Has Vinlock been able to hear this conversation?
No, because only Enoch and
Like,
Linda
are
are over
you
there.
speaking in hushed tones?
They are speaking very closely
Okay.
together, and yeah, you guys would still be kind of being... Yeah, you and Talinder would be at
Okay.
this point restrained by the guards in the crowd.
Okay.
Let's get you into the city.
The guards just kind of walk over. We can take him to the infirmary. In the chapel.
Or he could come with us.
No, we'll take him to the chapel where it's safer. We have healers
Can
there
I-
that can heal any underlying issues that might be here.
Can I insight this guard?
Sure.
22.
Seems entirely honest. Probably doesn't want an old man who is injured out on the road, essentially.
I was thinking more we take him back to the inn.
The temple is fine. It's okay. Are you comfortable with that, Bertrand?
Yeah.
Okay.
The healers there are really good. They regrew one of my fingers a couple years ago.
That's good. Do you have any gold or any coin on you?
It was all in the house.
Of course. Okay. He's gonna give him the smaller pouch.
Okay.
So it's gonna have 20 some odd gold, 21 gold.
Okay.
and, yeah, 20 silver.
He says, "There's no need for that, Enoch."
No, it is. It's okay. It should hold you over for some time. Please just take it.
I
Don't
only
need
lost
it.
the house. I still have all the animals and my crops.
That takes time. This will keep you. Please just take it.
Oh, fine. Thank you, Enoch. And he takes it from your hand.
Okay. He's
Yeah.
gonna kind of step back.
Yeah, and the guards kind of come over and they kind of help hoist him up. And they're like, "He'll be fine.
Thank you.
You both did really good work here today," one of the guards says. And they just kind of help Bertrand along into the city. And at this point, you can tell they're just going to let the house burn up. There's nothing they can do. The magic they're using, the water magic, isn't helping. They may just kind of just sit down, exhausted.
Lindak puts his arm around Enoch and says, "Come on, let's find the others."
And you can see Gravel and Talinder restrained by the guards. The guards aren't letting anyone else past.
I wouldn't have been like once I saw they were restraining people, I would have
Mhm.
kind of stayed back a little.
Yeah.
So
You can just see that they weren't basically permitted through.
Kind of follow suit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Enoch.
It's all right. He's alive. So the letter that he sent was not from him.
Oh, what?
Concerning.
The letter that I had to read that was from Bertrand was not from Bertrand.
Does Vinlock still have the letter?
No,
Since he was the
Imagine
one that
you
read
do
it.
not. You look for it on your person, it's not there.
That is certainly.
Can I recall what the handwriting was?
Just common.
No, the handwriting. I have a forgery kit and things like that. I take note of such things as calligraphy.
Did you take note of this letter though? In fact, like, would you want to forge Bertrand's signature and stuff?
If I'm looking at it,
Because you thought it was
I mean,
Bertrand's
like-
letter, so I don't assume you'd want to forge his signature and stuff or his writing style.
But as a person who has done this type of thing before, I would take note of certain things, and because you can tell a lot about someone about how they write, you know, like their own styles. So that's another one of the things that is a part of Gravel, is like kind of judging someone by how they write things, like where they put pressure on like a word when they're writing it, and where they pause.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be anything ridiculous.
It looked like it was quickly written,
cool.
kind of
Cool.
jagged, not super neat.
All right. Would I? Okay. But can I get an image of it in my mind?
Yeah, jagged and not really anything special about it, just jagged, unneat, cursive.
Okay. All right.
Like it was written in very quickly and in not a great sort of flat surface.
Okay. All right.
It was an older gentleman that nondescript. I mean, I don't pay much mind to a lot of the humans. They all look the same after hitting a certain age, especially those that I'm keen on. He was old, nondescript. There was about it. He had a cloak, and he met me outside the inn. He knew my name, handed me the letter, and I should have stopped then.
All right. I think you guys might be right. This is getting a little weird.
Have you known anyone to be enemies with Bertrand, or anyone who may have wanted to harm him in any way?
No. Bertrand is he's a good person. From what he took me in. He didn't need to. I wasn't the easiest back then to associate with. I was still dumb to not yours, but to cultures and etiquette. But I don't think Bertrand had enemies. I don't recall threats of harm. And I think him having me around and you saw Bertrand, I don't think he could handle himself. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know why they would
Yeah.
deliver me a letter.
Yeah, this doesn't make too much sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Well, at least we all have 100 gold in our pockets, and Bertram is all right. What do you say we, celebrate being alive after all of that?
I could use a drink or 6.
Yeah, me as well.
Like to get cleaned up, frankly.
Yeah.
Look down at my dress; it's still covered in worm juice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's return to the inn.
Yeah, maybe we can talk a bit more. Well, he's gonna pull out that lock. Dang. It's too bad we couldn't get this up there sooner.
That was for the barn anyway. That wasn't for his door.
Oh.
The
Okay.
barn's still up.
Yeah, the barn's still
Barn is still up.
Oh.
I could put it on there if you want to put it to use.
Yeah, while we're here, we might as well.
Yeah. Also, so yeah, he's gonna make his way to the barn.
Guards stop you. Do not let anybody else on the property until it's safe.
Can you put this lock on the barn door, please? I bought it for
No.
Bertrand.
I would need to do it personally.
Oh,
It's part of my guarantee, my warranty.
I just rescued Bertrand. He's my friend.
The guard
Can I
looks
just
at you a
use-
little strangely and just says, at gravel, fine.
Thank you. Vinlock Feldspar. Locksmith.
All right. Yeah,
In town.
the area probably won't be safe for a couple days. We're gonna have to scout the entire area, keep patrols up, so it'll be 2 to 3 days before anyone is allowed on the property.
Alright. So, I can't install this lock?
Not right now.
But it would guarantee nobody could break in and steal the animals.
That's great.
As long as you're going to be watching, I'll be comfortable with that. Thank you.
Again, I think
Yeah,
it's
as long as you're
probably
here,
safe for
then.
the meantime.
He's gonna just he's frustrated, disgruntled. He's gonna
Trusty
turn
guards
away.
protecting us every day. Great job, gentlemen.
Enoch's gonna make his way back
And
into
the guard that was looking at gravel kind of leans over to another guard and like whispers something in his ear, and they go back to just keeping the line.
humans. Yeah, I gotta go. I guess go back to the shaded bow.
Okay. It's packed at this point. That one bard who is joined you the night before is playing by himself this time.
Russell.
Doesn't pay attention because he's in the middle of a performance. But yeah, he's playing away. Kind of just nods in your direction a little bit and then just keeps playing. You get the sense he just wants to do a solo performance tonight.
Yeah. Enoch's gonna put a gold down for a tip for Russell. and
Yeah, I was
then-
gonna say I'm gonna do that
Okay.
as well.
He smiles as he sees the coins and just kind of nods his head, keeps playing. And people like that are gathering on his table are like stomping their feet and kind of clapping their hands to the rhythm and kind of singing out loud.
The didgeridoo.
That's great.
Um,
He's gonna put 5 gold pieces down, 6 actually, 5 in one pile, a single in the other, and he's gonna slide the 5. I want 5 of those meads.
Okay. Someone's getting drunk. And he kind of pulls up 6 of those bottles and just on the counter.
He's gonna slide the 1 gold piece to him. I needed a room for. I need to keep the room for another
All right.
night.
Yeah, you're pretty burnt there. Everything all right? You went. I assume you. Oh, you probably heard about the fire. That's probably where you were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a shame.
It is.
Is Bertrand all right? I heard it was his farmhouse.
He's fine. He's. Yes, he's fine.
Good. Did he lose the house?
Yes.
Damn. Next time you see him, I assume you're probably gonna see him before you guys leave the city. I imagine.
Probably.
You can tell him one of the expensive rooms. He can stay there as long as he needs on the house.
All right. Thank you.
Bertrand keeps me stocked up, as you know. So
No, I'll let him know. I'll let. Thank you for.
and you know what? He slides the coin back on the house for you and your friends. The alcohol, not so much. That's expensive, but
That's fine.
you and your friends can have your rooms for free for tonight.
He turns around and gives them a thumbs up. Yeah, it's like it's a broken thumb, so it's kind of like distorted a little bit.
Cowboy over-
Yeah.
And yeah, the
Hitchhiker's thumb.
and the bartender just goes back to like cleaning the counter and getting people their drinks.
Scoops up the 5 mead bottles,
Okay.
and he begins making his way upstairs.
Okay.
Kind of gestures with his head to the others,
Follow?
and
Follow.
gonna go to. Where was it? Vinlock's room was the one that we were in before. Yeah, he's gonna just.
That's the party room.
Yeah, that's the party room. Yeah, he's gonna beeline it to that room, and
Okay.
there's like a side table. He's gonna set the.
So as soon as you enter that room, the windows are open.
Oh my god, I'm stressed out.
And it looks like the room has been searched and looked through. As soon as you open the door, like where like the table, like dressers were, like where people would like store like clothes for the patrons sleeping here, like little night clothes,
Mm-hmm.
kind of pulled open, or the drawers are on the floor. The bed is kind of like torn apart, like it's been like the mattress is like, not the mattress, whatever, mattress, sure, yeah, has been like cut open. There's feathers all over the place, like someone was digging through the mattress looking for something. And
He's gonna open his room.
your room, completely fine,
Yeah, I would have also dipped to my room. just to
perfectly
be safe.
fine,
Yeah,
Okay.
Lindak too.
perfectly fine.
Huh.
Vinlock's gonna check Enoch's room, and he's gonna very specifically look at the fireplace.
Sorry, this is Enoch's room or is this Vinlock's
That
room?
was
No, this
Vinlock's
has been
room.
Vinlock's room.
Okay.
Was the torn
But-
room.
Wait, which room would you guys do the letter stuff in?
Vinlock's.
Vinlock's.
Okay, cool, so I was right.
But
Oh.
I was talking about the other stuff that Gravel did.
All right, Enoch's
Which-
Enoch's
yeah.
room is fine.
All right.
What did you
Cool.
do in Enoch's room?
He burned some incriminating evidence
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
the
that's true. That's true.
fireplace.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
no, Enoch's room is perfectly fine.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Cool.
Right.
Vinlock, I hate to pry, but was there something you were keeping in here?
Nope.
Insight check.
Yeah. Yeah, as
Alright.
well.
Yeah, go for it.
Enoch trusts him. He's gonna kind of walk to his room.
I was a 4, so I.
Tell him the truth.
Me.
Did we tell the innkeeper
What'd you
what
get on
happened
that?
here?
14.
Why?
I mean,
The
Yeah.
innkeeper will.
let's see. I mean, he's hard to read. I rolled bad on persuasion, but he's telling the truth.
Yeah, you get the idea he's telling the truth.
Do we tell the innkeeper what's happened?
I think the innkeeper will probably find out since there's things that
Yeah,
are
that's
broken.
all his stuff that's broken.
Yeah.
Why don't
We
we
gotta
go
replace it.
tell the innkeeper that his room was sacked?
Ransacked.
Yeah.
The innkeeper might have seen something too.
Yeah.
What if they came through the
Let's-
window?
You get the idea if he would have seen or heard something, he would have mentioned it to you guys.
Yeah,
let's
probably.
go tell the let's go
Well,
tell
we
the
should
innkeeper.
tell him then. Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll,
Enoch's gonna stay in post with the bottles.
Okay. So yeah, back downstairs. Yeah, he's there, wiping the counter down. You can tell someone just vomited on the counter, and he's like, "Oh."
you might want to check out my room.
Okay. He kind of points a finger at somebody else, and someone who's drinking at the counter goes, "Oh, seriously?" And kind of gets behind the counter and is like, "Damn it! I'm supposed to have the night off." And
Yes, that's awesome.
and real life culinary stuff.
Yay.
Gets up and follows you upstairs. This
Alright.
brute of a man. Oh shit!
Yeah. What's going on?
I didn't hear anything.
Well, I don't know what to do.
What the fuck? And he steps into the room and starts like looking around. Were you hiding anything?
No.
I'd appreciate it if I knew like my patrons were hiding shit.
I got nothing.
Do you have any?
He believes you. He's like, okay. What's that?
Do you have any suspicious new clientele here?
Nope.
Perhaps?
We don't get many suspicious folk in Dia stock unless you count the potion salesman.
Alright, nobody touch anything. And Vinlock's gonna look around and see if he can kind of reverse engineer the disaster of this room. And figure out if it was done as like intimidation or if they were actually looking for something specific.
So to figure out their intent, I'll have an insight check done.
Okay.
And reverse engineer, I'll say investigation.
Okay. Finally rolled well on on insight. I got a 25.
25? Probably a bit of both. Looking
Okay.
for something and also a threat tactic.
Okay. And then you said investigation?
Yeah, to see if you can like piece together what they did and kind of reverse it.
Okay. 18.
18, okay. So you get the idea they came through the window first.
Yeah.
And you look out the window. It's not a straight climb. Like the window that goes like this, and there's kind of like a square point like that juts back into the building, kind of like there's an outdoor area down below this window, so it's not a sheer wall, it's like an outdoor patio area.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no place to climb up to this window from. It's a good like 20-foot drop below the window.
Oh. Whoa. That means it's kind of like a third story.
Yeah. So
Wow,
they had to
okay.
get up to the second story window. And again, across the street there's a house, and that's like 20 feet across the street. Not that's a small street. Like 50 feet across the street. There's no way, from your knowledge, anyone could just jump that distance, and also to get these windows open without breaking them. A jump, you would probably figure out jumping into the windows would break them. They had to get up here somehow to get those windows open. You don't know how they would have done it.
Yeah.
You look around. Yeah, there's no broken glass on the floor, so the windows weren't broken. There's no footprints either. And it's been raining a bit, so you would imagine there'd be wet footprints, but there isn't a single one.
Okay.
Um,
Also, do the windows lock
They do from the inside.
from the? Oh.
Yes, the windows are wide open, and it was raining, and there is kind of some water in the room on the floor, but again, no boot prints, no footprints, where there
Okay.
clearly should be. You get to the bed, and you can kind of see it was just cut down the entire length, and feathers were just pulled out. A really sharp dagger to kind of cut through that mattress, and it's one long clean cut. It's like not like when a dagger, like you're trying to cut through fabric with a knife, it's kind of jagged. This is like a long clean single cut.
Mm-hmm.
So most likely done with an extremely sharp blade. The drawers were just pulled out, not broken or anything. They're just kind of pulled out and left on the floor, and the contents of the clothes that were in there, like the sleeping clothes, and like the wash clothes and everything like that, kind of just strewn about. And as you're kind of looking around, one of these dressers, there's like a slight burnt wood smell to it.
We'll go in and investigate that. Smell that.
It smells like
Why is it
smells
burnt?
like burnt wood, but you can't see from looking at it it's burnt in any way. There's no clothes in it, and you look inside, there's no burn marks or anything on it, but it smells burnt.
Yeah, he'll just look at everyone else and then like start to pull the drawer out all the way.
Oh, it's already on the floor, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, it's already been pulled out.
well, I guess I'll flip it over.
Okay, you flip it over, and there's a burn mark in the bottom of it, in the shape of that seal, the meteor or the comet with the worm wrapped around it, burned into the bottom of the drawer, and burned into the drawer in writing it says, "We're watching."
Do we all see this?
Nope, just Gravel right now. Because he's investigating the room in depth.
Yeah, I don't like this. And he's gonna kind of step back and point it out to everyone else.
Okay.
I imagine including the innkeeper since it's his
Yeah.
stuff.
He's like, I don't recognize that symbol. We're watching. Meh, maybe some hoodlums kind of broke in here and tried to look for something.
Yeah, some pervert.
Yeah.
Speak
It
it.
doesn't look like they took anything, so it's gonna cost.
I'm sorry
so much
about the
to fix.
bed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of
course, I'm not-
actually mend things if you like. If
Oh.
everyone's investigating,
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I will do that to anything
But-
that's broken.
How did they get in? No one went upstairs, and there's no way to get into the windows from the street.
yeah, and I sealed that stuff up pretty tight.
Has it been raining the entire time we were out?
Yeah, I forgot to mention it.
How big of a puddle is by the window?
Relatively big. It definitely looks like if someone walked through that puddle, there'd be wet footprints.
But
there
is it?
isn't.
Can I estimate maybe how long the window is open for, based on how large the puddle is?
Interesting.
Insight check or nature check.
Nature?
Nature sounds
Insight
about
or
right.
nature. Nature makes more sense, so nature check.
I'll do nature then. That's 15.
15. You guys were gone for about, for the sake like traveling through the city, being interrogated, about 3 hours, counting the short rest with Lindak and all that. Actually, more closer to 4. Probably 5 minutes after you guys left. Not too
Okay.
long after you left. These windows were opened.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like this occurred pretty soon after our leaving.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anyone come up here.
Where's the bottle of mead that I had before?
It's still there where you left it.
Okay. So 7 or 6.5 bottles now.
Are there any closed like dressers or
Nope.
cabinets?
Nope.
Okay. So I was gonna say, there wouldn't still be someone here, would there?
No.
I'm not going to sleep in this shit. Check under the
Can he-
bed.
Yeah, can he?
Are you looking
He's
under
actually
the
gonna.
bed?
Yeah.
Okay. As you both, with Enoch and Gravel.
Well, Enoch was not going to the bed.
Okay.
Enoch was gonna go put his ear to the ground
Okay.
by the window.
Gravel, you look under the bed,
Yeah.
and you see nothing.
Oh.
Enoch, you put your ear by the
Yeah,
window.
pretty good though.
Perception check. It is still raining. I forgot to mention it was raining because it's all important to what's happening.
19.
19. You just hear rain. You don't really hear much of anything else, and the music downstairs. That's kind of overpowering possibly anything
Yeah.
you might hear going on outside. And you get the idea. Most likely, the person timed this with the performance to make sure there was enough noise as possible. But yeah, you just hear the rain and the music.
You said it's a 20-foot drop?
Yes,
Or
yeah, it's a 20-foot sheer drop. Yeah. I kind of designed these windows to not be able to be broken into. Yeah.
Oh well.
And also, based on what you sent me, Garrett, that's why the rain was important. And I forgot, so that's my bad.
It's okay.
Yeah. I don't know how they did it. Magic maybe, but
Mhm.
I don't know of any spells that can unlock doors and. I mean,
I'm
there are mechanically,
sure they exist.
game speaking, there are, but I don't know of any. And also, like, how could they get 20 feet up without anything to like latch onto?
Yeah, that's so weird.
And like, even looking at the roof of this building, there's nowhere that a rope could latch around because it's all
Yeah.
kind of just. There's nothing like hooked out. Well, I appreciate He looks at Talender. The mending. Thank you so much.
No, that is my pleasure.
I would keep this room
Yeah.
vacant for
Mhm.
a bit until. Yeah.
Just to be safe. Come with me. I'm gonna give you guys a
Okay.
more secure room, if you don't mind.
Alright.
He closes the door, and he kind of just takes a piece of scroll out of his work clothes and scribbles on it with a quill, saying, "Do not enter, employees only," and kind of just nails it into the door, just and then locks it. All right, one more flight of stairs, and he
Following along.
leads you to a hallway. There's only 2 doors on here, and each door is on either end of this hallway. One door, and it looks like it's like a good 100 or so foot gap. And he's like, "Yeah, these are the expensive rooms." He points to the one at the end of the hall. Bertrand, I'm letting him stay in that one whenever you tell him that. This one, and he unlocks it. He swings it open, and it's huge, think like a presidential suite, but with 4 separate bedrooms you can see, and there's a living area with a suede sofa, not suede, but a big sofa, an armchair, a fireplace. It looks like it's probably he's like, "Yeah, this is one we usually charge about 15 gold a night per person,
Nice.
but based on the circumstances, I don't know how long you're all planning on staying, but I feel kind of bad, and I want to reimburse you, and this is the best way I know how."
This is
You each got your separate
perfect.
rooms. He points to another area. There's a washing room in there. There's a huge basin that you can bathe yourselves in. That way.
Thank you.
That way you don't have to go to the bathhouse in town and spend a huge amount of gold to clean yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Fuck. And you notice this room actually doesn't have any windows. But it's got a chandelier on the ceiling with candles in it. They're lit, and he's just like, "I'll leave you all to it." And he kind of I'm gonna go, look over that room a bit. Yeah, fuck. Thank you for letting me know, everyone. And he kind of just closes the door behind him, and you can hear him walk downstairs.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
So, what do we think about what transpired today?
I think we've gotten involved in something that we probably shouldn't have gotten involved with.
And what mistakes do you believe were made?
I don't know, but I feel this is something much larger than all of us.
Our names. I don't know. What mistakes did we make, Vinlock?
I'm not sure if we can trust that person.
Which
The innkeeper?
Annalise.
Oh.
It's wise not to trust many people.
Yeah.
We trust
So
each other,
she's
right?
probably,
Anyone.
I mean, she's probably just a stern person.
she seems to know a lot.
I mean,
Now she knows more.
we seemed to be helping her out, and she seemed like, and then too many other things lined up, like her saying that she was going to keep an eye on us, and now these guys saying that they're keeping an eye on us. I don't know, did she do anything weird to any of you?
She probed my mind. She was looking
What?
for. I felt her. I didn't realize it until after it was done, but she was staring at me. She was picking up pieces of information out. That's how she knew of what happened in the room with the letter that we first opened.
I was gravelled at that point.
Yes, you were. I was a little inebriated though, so, or trying to be.
We gotta go. Let's just leave. No, nope.
I
Nope,
agree.
not doing this.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes.
Where should we go?
I have.
I agree we
I
should
have-
leave, but I don't know anywhere.
As you guys are talking, there's a loud like explosion outside
Fuck.
Oh no.
of thunder.
No.
We're just like we all jump.
We all go.
And, yeah, you get the sense the rain's coming down a little harder now.
Well,
If we leave now, we have the cover of the rain. I have been gathering information to take me to the mountains. We could head that way. I have something I need to do there. If you want to join, lay low for a bit.
I will go wherever other people are going. Frankly,
Well, that is a destination, and I didn't have one before.
I didn't either.
Oh, Tal, you're
Mhm.
done learning from your friend?
For the meantime, yes.
Okay. Well, all right. Do we want to leave tonight? I know that some of us aren't feeling too great. Or how's everyone?
I'm okay now.
Yeah, she did
Alright.
heal you guys pretty well.
Yeah.
All I would like is to get cleaned up, and then we should.
Well, the rain can clean.
Oh, that's true.
It's the perfect
That's
bath.
true. Good point.
The perfect bath.
It's clean shower.
Wet rat. Everybody wet rats in the rain.
As you guys are talking, there's a knock on the door. A familiar knock from that little servant boy. Just. I have dinner. I was told to bring it up.
Oh, that's good. Let's eat.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
And the door's locked.
I go and I open it.
Okay.
Also say it down.
And he
Thank
just he just walks in and says, "Oh, hi guys. I heard about your room. How do you like this one?"
Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Much better.
And he puts like a silver platter on like this one on like the table that's in the kind of the living area. There's like a big silver pot, and it smells like stewed meat and vegetables. And there's like 4 bowls, and he's like, "It's getting pretty bad out there, so we thought a nice big bowl of hot stew would be the best thing to have. And it's been raining all day. Might be the best thing to warm you up."
Sounds delicious.
Thank you.
Vinlock is gonna go over to him,
Okay.
the boy,
Okay.
hold out a coin,
Okay.
And ask him, you see anybody, or hear anything strange going on here?
No, I'm usually kept in the kitchens to help out.
Anything weird happening around here at all?
No, not that I know of. Why? You think it has something to do with your room?
Of course not.
and he gives him the coin and like kind of pushes him out the door.
Yeah, my dad asked me not to stick my nose into business. Other people's business. Okay.
Thank
You
you.
just kind of hear him walk away.
Wait, I'm gonna try something. He's gonna get up and run to the door really quick, and he's gonna crack it open, and he's gonna do divine sense.
You don't detect anything.
He's gonna wipe the blood from his eye and then close the door.
Okay. Another big explosion of thunder.
Well, guys,
I'm just waiting for him to say another big explosion. It's not thunder.
This
All right.
time.
Yeah, he's gonna get a bowl and his half drink
Okay.
bottle. He's gonna take a swig of it. Then he's gonna start eating.
Okay.
Gravel's gonna actually open up the door and just look at the lock and kind of analyze the mechanism and everything and kind of see if it's got any weaknesses.
Investigation check.
Yeah, he might use his tools at some point to at least figure out how hard the lock might be for anybody that might want to get in. 19 on investigation.
Okay. Really intricate. You get, because it's a more expensive room, there's probably more expensive stuff to steal. And this lock has, just investigating it, kind of like looking through the keyhole and kind of figuring it out, has about 8 stoppers. So if someone needs to pick it, they have to pick like all 8. Really intricate lock.
Yeah.
That one would take some time, that's for sure. But it's doable.
And he stretches out, closes the door, locks it.
If our plan is to leave, do we have a method of quick transportation, or are we on foot?
I mean, I've got my craft, my vehicle.
Well,
Bertrand's horse would be nice.
I have
Right
2
about
horses.
now.
That would help. One
Okay.
for myself and one for one of you. Or you
can't-
could double up. They are war horse.
So I take one, Lindak and Tal take one, and then Venlock, you're on your device.
Yeah, and if I'm too slow, I could just probably share one with you, Enoch.
All right.
How do we propose getting out of here without being watched or seen?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a possibility. That's one of the things that's kind of bothering
Can
me
we
about
go
this
through
setup.
your old room and out the window?
well,
It's pretty big. It's pretty far.
It's
drop,
also locked,
like 20 feet.
and you no longer have the keys for it. But that doesn't stop. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Well, we can.
Or do you know another way out that doesn't lead us through the main room?
Yeah, Gravel's gonna look around. There totally isn't another way out of this room.
Nope, it's no windows.
That's scary. That there is only one exit. That's a fire hazard.
It is.
really,
Oh, it is the.
this is a murder room right here.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, I mean, it's unfortunate to be seen, but they don't seem to be actively hostile, the people here.
We have had
Yeah.
two separate people tell us that we're being watched.
That's
One
fair
was
enough.
the guard, and one is the worm comet,
And we're not.
whoever they are.
But we're not. We were told not to leave, but now we can because we finished the
Mhm. That was yeah.
contract. So we should be able to just walk out.
This is true.
They won't
Well,
necessarily
seems
know
a
where we're
little-
going.
We could go early morning. We could rest now. Get up before
Stay the night and just leave in the morning.
right before sun peaks over the horizon, and we can.
See, my thoughts are that whoever is watching us will keep watching us if they see us.
I think if we're leaving, we might as well leave now under the cover
That
of the
was my
storm.
thought.
And if we head to the mountains, that could be potentially. They could corner us and find us.
Well, if we need to, we can leave. Let everyone see us leave, but then go off the path for a bit so that we can't be followed. Lose whatever tail we might have, and then get back on course.
I believe Enoch was also thinking of going by and grabbing Bertram's horse.
I wouldn't be able to with the investigation. They said 3 days.
Well, we have 2 horses in a, what did you call your vehicle? Bicycle?
Yes.
Is it a bicycle or tricycle?
It is a bicycle.
Okay.
We have 2 horses, you said?
I have my horse and
And
my other horse. It's a war horse. It'll carry 2 of you.
we could.
You're not well.
Well, it'll
I
carry.
don't know, Enoch. Okay, mine will carry 2 of us, I believe. Tal.
And then I will have the warhorse, and if Vinlock can't keep up with his bicycle, he can just hop on the horse with me. He doesn't weigh that much.
Sure.
Right.
I think we wait till early morning, grab your horses, and
What if we waited till if we're trying to avoid being seen, we could go in the middle of the night. But then that might be more suspicious if we do get seen. That's
well, we kind of
Yeah,
want to be
it's-
seen as long as some
Yeah.
guards notice that we're leaving, and then we divert off the path and head back toward the mountains.
all right. All right.
Right.
And
Okay.
once we leave the city limits, I am not opposed to using force as I'm not going to be as restricted by your laws on using force. So if something does decide to follow, I'm not holding back.
I'm with you on that.
Now that you mention it, I don't think we should all be sleeping at the same time. We should probably sleep in shifts.
Well, I don't need to sleep for very long. I don't mind.
Well,
staying-
you do what you need to first.
I also same.
So you,
We'll share the watch then. Me and
Me and-
Mac.
Great.
I need the time for my practice. I hope you don't mind.
so it's what you need 4 hours, right?
I think I need 4 hours. Yeah, of meditation. Or
Yeah, elves need 4 hours of trance.
Yeah.
Is that the same for drow? They're elves, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. I'll watch the.
It's not-
I'll take first watch, and then Vinlock, you. And then the other 2, you'll finish it. All right, he's gonna finish eating.
Well, I was thinking that I could take the first 4 hours and Tal the last 4, or vice versa. You guys could sleep right
Oh
through.
yeah, we could just take a full.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
I think that's probably the most
Let's do that.
wise.
For a full night's sleep anyway.
Enoch is gonna go to one of the rooms. How big are the beds?
So as you go into the room, these rooms have windows. The main room does not have any windows. The bedrooms do.
How big are the beds? Are they the same size as the other ones?
No, they're a little bit bigger.
Can he essentially pick the bed up, carry it out of the room, and put it into the larger room?
The mattress, but not the whole bed.
Okay, he's gonna do that. He's gonna
Okay.
drag the mattress, and he's gonna do it essentially to everyone's room, and we're gonna have a slumber party, and he's gonna close the doors to the bedrooms.
Okay.
Yep, that's his plan. He's just gonna do it as they're all sitting around. You watch as he just walks around and drags the mattresses from off each bed, and drags them into the bigger room. And he kind of offers. He would essentially put it down in front of each person.
Yeah. Gravel just nods approvingly.
And then he's going
Yes.
to take off his armor
Okay.
and all that fun stuff.
All right. And because it's 10 o'clock, you all do watches, sleep through the night, and nothing eventful happens whatsoever. Early morning comes. Because you all are essentially going to bed at 8 p.m. So early morning comes. 8 hours later, everyone gains the benefits of a long rest, and you all level up.
Oh,
Oh,
And
big ol' level 4.
that's where we're going to end the session for the week. We'll be back next week with Leaving Diastock.
all right.
Hopefully.
And good night, everybody.
Good night.
We'll be back in 25 minutes for Beneath the Tide.